Hey guys, it's Josh from the Review Brothers. Ron couldn't make this review because he didn't want to go to this, but for me this is childhood nostalgia, and I really am happy that I went to see this. I saw Ratchet and Clank last night, and I really enjoyed it for what it was, a video game adaptation. And I know what you're thinking, video game adaptations, those are gonna be horrible, terrible, they're not gonna use the source material. I'm pretty sure they used half the cutscenes from the game, I'm not even joking. But, for what it was, I really enjoyed it. To me, it's one of the best video game adaptations I've ever seen, because it didn't make me bang my head on the desk like this, or get really, really angry. It was actually respectable and respectful to the original source material. So what's the story about? Ratchet, the character Ratchet, is a mechanic, and he wants to become a Galactic Ranger. His hero is Captain Quark. He works for a guy named Grimm's. That's basically the story, and he meets Clank, a defective warbot of Mr. Drex and Dr. Nefarious. And Clank crashes on this planet, and Ratchet finds him. Patches him up, teaches Clank a few, things about life, and talks his way into somehow trying to save the Galactic Rangers. I mean, oh my god, that's just classic Ratchet. It felt awesome to see him, be that smooth-talking person that we've always seen in the games. There was a couple even PlayStation cameos. We saw a Sly Cooper cameo, because Clank was like, identifying who species, and he couldn't identify what the species was, and like at one point, Jax from Jackson Dexter came up on the screen, and Dexter came up as Ratchet's species, and Sly Cooper came up as a species, and they said that they didn't match, and it was funny seeing it. I really didn't, mind that at all. That was kind of cool. But I'm not going to spoil anything else about the story, because it's pretty simple. Ratchet becomes a Galactic Ranger after saving the Galactic Rangers. With Clank, and he goes on to try, and I'm not going to say anything else from that. They have to defeat the villain, but that's all you're getting, because there's more to it. Go see it if you're a fan of Ratchet and Clank. You will love it. And just to be clear, this is not for the old generation fans. This is for the new generation fans. This is for the new PS4 game, completely based off the new PS4 game. Like I said before, I feel like they took cutscenes straight from the game. But it's actually voice acted pretty well. You had James T. Arnold playing, basically James Taylor Arnold playing Ratchet, voice acting Ratchet. David Kaye, once again, brilliantly voicing Clank. You had Dr. Nefarious, Armin Shermarman, I believe. Sorry if I got that name wrong. Cora, voiced by Bella Thorne, which I didn't have a problem with. She was pretty good, actually. And basically, yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. There's not really much more to say about it unless I go into spoilers, and I'm not going to be going into spoilers. But I do have a few issues with it. The pacing was off, and there were a few problems where there was just some really WTF moments in the film. Like, I just stared at the screen like, really? Really? And most of the comedy, and there is a lot of comedy in these Ratchet and Clank games that I find that are actually smartly written or done, mostly slapstick, mostly, okay comedy that's thrown in there, video game comedy. But there's not much to work with. It's a lot of just people falling, stupid, oh, this guy fell over, oh, this guy went over a ledge, Star Wars style, going, oh! But it didn't really land with me. It was hit and miss. There was times where I laughed. There was times where I was just like... And then there was times where it just didn't, hit with me at all. And I was like, cricket, 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 cricket. But for the reality of it is, I enjoyed this film because it's a good video game adaptation. I'm not going to review it as just a film. You have to review it as what the source material is. It's a video game film. So I'm going to give this video game adaptation a 7 out of 10 popcorns. a good film. And if you're a fan of the Ratchet and Clank series, and you know that you go in knowing it's based on a new game, you will have fun with this. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked my solo review of Ratchet and Clank on the Review Brothers channel. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. I don't go in order. I go my order. Peace.